Chapter 1. The Book Shere Khan. Shere Khan the tiger is the most recognizable antagonist in the Jungle Book. At the start of the story, he invades the wolves' territory in an attempt to attack a human camp. As a result of this attack, only the infant Mowgli survives, by sheer luck, and ends up in the jungle. In the book, Shere Khan often uses manipulation to reach his goals. In the middle of the first chapter, he undermines both the authority of Akela, the pack leader, and Mowgli's place in the pack. This, combined with the distrust some younger wolves feel toward Akela and Mowgli, leads to a conspiracy that sets up Akela to fail a crucial hunt. Shere Khan's story ends in the chapter, Tiger, Tiger, where Mowgli, together with Akela and Grey Brother, lures him into a gorge where he is trampled to death by a herd of buffalo. Appearances in Adaptations. All appearances in Adaptations. All.
Did you think I would let you grow old? Either I'll devour you or the Red Flower will. It's just a matter of time. How long did you really think you'd survive against me? Longer than your father did? Longer than Akela?
From you.
Buldeo is the only human antagonist in the original canon. He first appears in the story Tiger, Tiger. He is a greedy and vain old man who commands respect in the village by telling exaggerated tales of bravery. When Mowgli challenges his authority, Buldeo pushes him to kill Shere Khan, primarily because there's a bounty on the tiger's skin. After Shere Khan is slain, Buldeo discovers Mowgli with the tiger's body, accuses him of cattle theft, and tries to take the pelt for himself. When Mowgli's wolf brothers intervene, Buldeo returns to the village and falsely accuses Mowgli of attacking him. Eventually, under Buldeo's influence, the villagers decide to burn Mowgli's adoptive family alive. They are locked in a shed like livestock awaiting slaughter. Appearances and Adaptations. The Jungle Book, 1942. The Jungle Book, 1989 anime. The Jungle Book, 1994. The Jungle Book, Mowgli and Baloo, 1996. Mowgli, Legend of the Jungle, 2018.
You see, Buldeo, I was not telling a lie. These are my companions. They helped me defeat Shere Khan.
All right, I believe you.
I made a promise and I kept it. I swore I'd catch that tiger and I caught him. Tomorrow, I'll bring the skin to the village. That way the people will know I kept my word. Shere Khan, here, just as I promised. Come and look, everybody!
Well, come and have a look. The boy won't bite you, and the tiger won't bite you either. I know Buldeo says the lad is a sorcerer, but Buldeo's wrong.
A sorcerer? I'm no such thing! I brought you this tiger today as proof that I keep my promises. Come and look at him! Huh?
Listen to me. This creature looks like a boy, but in truth, he's an evil sorcerer, half human, half wolf. You menfolk, you were there? You saw him talk to wolves?
Yes, I was there. He howled like a wild animal. And then, by magic, wolves appeared.
Not only wolves, there was a black panther, too, and a bear as big as my house.
And a snake, a huge snake, thick as a tree trunk. Buldeo's absolutely right about this jungle boy. He is evil.
The ancient legends speak of sorcerers who can turn themselves into wolves. Those legends are right.
Go away! Go away, sorcerer!
The red dogs, dholes, first introduced in the second Jungle Book. In the story Red Dog, the dholes are a large and deadly pack of wild dogs. Like the Bandar-log, they bring chaos, but on an even larger scale. According to the characters, dholes attack everything in their path and have no sense of restraint, even if they wipe out all life around them. They follow no laws, have no leader, and lack unity, even within their own pack. Each dog is weaker than a wolf, but their threat lies in sheer numbers. Appearances in adaptations: Mowgli, 1967, USSR, The Jungle Book, 1989 anime, The Jungle Cubs.
Now. Hi there! You look like dholes.
That's right, and this is our territory.
Your territory? I'm afraid you're wrong about that. I'm with the wolf pack. This is wolf land, and you're trespassing.
We're not trespassing. This has become Dole territory by right of conquest. You go explain that to the wolf pack right now.
Sorry, I'm staying here.
We'll see about that.
Why don't you turn back while you still can?
You insult us with idle threats? For that you will pay.
It's no idle threat. The wolf pack is ready. If you dholes don't turn around and go back the way you came, the wolves will be forced to defeat you in battle. We don't want to fight, but if we have to beat you, we will. So go on home like good puppies.
Troops, catch that insolent brat on the double. I've had enough of this. Soldiers, catch that pest. I don't care how long it takes. Ah!
Can't leave yet.
He's in right now. We'll wait here. What happens to those who insult the dogs? It'll be a lesson for the whole forest.
Sunset. Hear my warning, Dole Army? Not even your huge fighting force can withstand the great power of the wolf pack. Turn back now or face defeat.
Chapter 2. Adaptations King Louie. An original character created for Disney's 1967 The Jungle Book, King Louie is a minor but memorable antagonist. He is portrayed as an orangutan with an inflated ego and a love for jazz music. In contrast to Kipling's canon, where the Bandar-log have no leader, Louie acts as their king. He resides in a crumbling palace within an abandoned city and orders the monkeys to kidnap Mowgli and bring him to him. There, Louie offers Mowgli a deal: protection in exchange for the secret of making fire. His desire to become more like humans is the subject of his iconic song, "I Wanna Be Like You." In the 2016 live-action adaptation, King Louie is reimagined as a Gigantopithecus, an extinct species of giant ape. The ruined city is redesigned into an ancient temple, and Louie is depicted as a much more intimidating and mafia-like figure, blending charm with menace. Appearances in adaptation: The Jungle Book, 1967. The Jungle Book, 1994. The Jungle Book, 2016.
You, Manku, you come from the south, the north? What part of the jungle? So, tell me, you ever had a taste of the pawpaw fruit down there in the CNE? Some people call it, what's the word? Go ahead. You know who I am?
No.
I am the king of the Bandar-log.
Lala, an anti-hero unique to the 1989 Japanese anime adaptation, The Jungle Book, Shonen Mowgli, produced by Nippon Animation. Lala is the daughter of Vermilion and the granddaughter of Akela, the aging leader of the wolf pack. Let's take a closer look at this complex character. Lala cannot be considered a true villain. She is better described as a conflicted anti-hero shaped by personal trauma. Her father, Vermilion, once challenged Alexander, Mowgli's adoptive father, for the leadership of the pack. After losing the duel, Vermilion left voluntarily and became a lone wolf. The fate of Lala's mother is unknown, leaving Lala effectively orphaned. This childhood loss left deep emotional scars, which manifested as hostility toward Alexander's heirs, Sura, Akru, and especially Mowgli. Since Alexander was killed by Shere Khan, Lala redirected her grief and anger onto Mowgli, who, as one of the weakest pack members at the time, became an easy target for her resentment. Lala's emotional turning point comes in episode 17, after Mowgli disappears following prolonged bullying. This triggers her self-reflection and emotional growth, ultimately leading her to accept Mowgli as part of her extended family. In episode 24, Lala develops romantic feelings for Mowgli, but he remains unaware due to his youth and inexperience. Around the same time, Sura, one of Alexander's sons, confesses his love for Lala. Initially, she mocks and rejects him. However, her perspective begins to shift after a life-threatening encounter with crocodiles at the end of the episode. Sura and Baloo come to her rescue, marking the beginning of a gradual romantic arc between Lala and Sura. Lala continues to mature throughout the series, both emotionally and in her role within the pack. By episode 46, her character arc reaches a touching conclusion. She gives birth to a pup, symbolizing a new generation and peace within the pack. Appearances in adaptations: The Jungle Book, Shonen Mowgli, 1989.
Mowgli! I should thank you. After all, you have to save my life. But it doesn't change what I think. A human doesn't belong with us. There isn't a single wolf in the pack who thinks you belong here. If you would only go away! I know my father would... You should go back! Back to live with the humans where you belong, and leave us alone!
Sanda, another anti-heroine introduced in the Japanese anime The Jungle Book, shown in Mowgli. Sanda is a member of Vermilion's new wolf pack, a group that fled distant lands after being hunted by poachers. She makes her first appearance in episode 13, which opens with tragedy. While fleeing from human hunters, the pack returns to Seonee. During their escape, Dahlia, Sanda's sister, is shot and mortally wounded. While the rest of the pack flees, Sanda is frozen in shock, forced to watch helplessly as her sister slowly dies, a traumatic experience that will fuel her anger and distrust. Upon arrival in Seonee, the new pack meets Mowgli for the first time. Vermilion reunites with his daughter Lala, and Akela formally steps down, naming Vermilion as the new leader. But Sanda is quick to challenge the arrangement. "We can't stay here. There's a man in this pack." With these words, she demands that either Mowgli leaves or their entire pack will. Her speech triggers a serious rift. If Sanda leaves, many others will follow. Seonee risks losing both its leadership and unity. Lala, caught between loyalty to her father and her growing emotions, is deeply shaken. Sanda fans the flames further by retelling her traumatic story, casting Mowgli in a negative light and further damaging his fragile standing in the pack. When Mowgli is kidnapped by the Bandar-log monkeys, Sanda is baffled by Vermilion's insistence on rescuing him. Vermilion explains that he acts out of respect for Alexander, the wolf who once spared and protected him. During the mission to the ruins of the lost city, the wolves are confronted by humans. In a reckless moment, Sanda charges at them and nearly dies, but is saved by none other than Mowgli. To escape, she and Bagheera cleverly play dead, fooling the humans. This moment becomes a turning point for Sanda. Back at Council Rock, a funeral is held for Mowgli and Bagheera, who are believed to be dead. When they return alive, Sanda is overwhelmed with guilt. She formally forgives Mowgli, but the damage is already done. Vermilion and his pack still choose to leave Seonee. Their departure shatters the fragile peace, deepening Lala's resentment, accelerating the pack's internal divisions, and directly contributing to the bullying and isolation of Mowgli, the very arc that eventually leads to episode 17, where Lala undergoes her transformation. Appearances in Adaptations, The Jungle Book, shown in Mowgli, 1989.
But what about the boy? I think he should leave the pack. After all, he's a human.
What? That's not true.
I made a promise to Alexander.
I never heard of this Alexander. All I know is humans have always been a menace to peace-loving wolves everywhere. I've seen how humans work. They took my sister. Have you all forgotten the terrible things humans do to us? They don't hunt for food as other animals do. They hunt for sport, for the fun of it.
That's right.
Humans are cruel.
They're our worst enemies.
They're all the same. Even that boy.
It's not true. No one could be as cruel and as heartless as you say humans are.
I saw the things they did to our pack.
Right. They caught her sister.
How did they do it? They don't have claws or fangs.
But Mowgli grew up as a wolf. He doesn't know the ways of humans.
He's our brother.
Sanda, I haven't seen humans the way you have, but I know that Mowgli is a
He's
true...
human. Nothing else counts. If he stays here, then I'm leaving.
I agree.
He's human.
Fargus Fargus is an antagonist appearing in episodes 10 and 11 of the 1989 anime adaptation. He is a stray wolf, rejected by his original pack due to his weakness. Fargus arrives in the Seonee jungle during a difficult time when prey has vanished from the fields, leaving the pack struggling to survive. Once Alexander had saved Fargus, and after hearing from Kishi about Alexander's death, Fargus approaches the pack, claiming to have been a good friend of Alexander's. This earns him the trust of Akru, Sura, and Mowgli. However, Fargus begins stealing food from the pack's reserves, causing conflicts and suspicion. Eventually, he frames Bagheera and Mowgli for the thefts, deepening the tension. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 1989 anime.
Fargus, I knew it.
Please let me go. Oh, please, Bagheera, pity me. I'm too old to hunt for myself.
I ought to unmask you in front of the whole pack, but I can't. They must stay united.
Who goes there?
Oh. Help! Save me! Get him off! Help! Someone!
Fargus, Bagheera.
Yes, Akela?
No, Akela, stop him! Hurry! You don't know what he's been doing!
Hear me?
Listen! I caught him breaking into the emergency food supply.
What did you say?
It's true. I caught him in the act. I tried to stop him, but he's so much stronger. I did the best I could.
You wouldn't.
You deal with him. Oh, my poor nerves. Oh.
Bagheera, is this true?
Of course not.
Oh, Mowgli, you must believe me. I was your father's friend. I saved Alexander's life. Help me! Help me! Mowgli! Oh.
Should I?
You doubt the word of one of your own. I'm a wolf, Mowgli. Can't you trust Alexander's friend?
Stop it, all of you! We all know Bagheera'd never do that.
So it's come to this. I do not want to have to fight you. Do you grant me free passage?
We do. But come no more among us.
I will not. Fargus, Mowgli trusts you. See that you don't betray him. Eh?
Bunto, Grizzly in the English dub. Bunto is another antagonist featured between episodes 25 and 30 of the anime. He is a former member of the Seoni pack, ruthless, unprincipled, and known for having lost an ear under mysterious circumstances. Bunto was exiled for repeatedly breaking the law of the jungle. In episode 25, he and two other stray wolves attack humans, then confront Lala and threaten the pack at Council Rock, demanding territory and power. Later, Bunto recruits two more pack members and forms an alliance with Shere Khan. Despite their efforts, they suffer defeat, first by Hathi and finally in the climactic battle in the abandoned city. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 1989 anime. Dasti and Saga. Dasti and Saga are members of the Seoni pack who were recruited by Bunto. Acting on Bunto's orders, the Bandar-log destroy Mowgli's den. Saga also challenges the leadership by claiming the title of pack leader, leveraging Akela's weakened state. Together with Dasti's son, they launch several attacks on the pack, but ultimately fail. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 1989 anime.
It is you.
Yeah, it's me, all right. It's been a long time, hasn't it?
It is a long time since you were banished from the pack. You broke the law. You have no right to be here.
Give me a break, Akela. That was years ago. I was just a cub. I've led an interesting life roaming around the jungle, but now I feel I'm ready for a change of pace. I'm thinking of settling down here and joining the pack again.
That's out of the question. You are an outcast. Now go.
Ah, what a welcome. And from the leader of the pack, too. I seem to remember you always used to say that wolves in a pack had to stick together.
I did. I still do. But you no longer belong to this pack.
Do you want to bet? Just cool down. Wolves in the same pack shouldn't fight among themselves. And a fine pack you are, too. What's this? A man cub? In a wolf pack? Now that I didn't expect. You'd better run away home as fast as you can, Baldy. You don't belong here.
I do so. I may be a man cub, but I'm a member of this pack. I always have been, and I always will be. And don't call me Baldy or you'll be sorry.
My, aren't we fierce, but not too bright. Never mind, I'll overlook it just this once. Now get this straight, okay? We don't want to cause any trouble, believe me. We just want one little favor. Let the three of us join the pack.
Join the pack? No way! You must think we're out of our minds. You don't even obey the law.
What law's that, huh? Tell me.
You know perfectly well. And you also know that you're honor-bound to obey the law of the jungle.
That's what you think, pal. So? We've made our little request. What's your answer going to be, Aquila? Will you let us join the pack or not?
Let go of me!
Nala!
You get away from her!
This is the last time I'll ask you, Aquila. You better make up your mind before I lose my temper. What do you say? Will you take us into the pack or not?
Let her go, please.
Rezvan. Rezvan first appears in the episode The Sound of the Trumpet Shell. He is a hunter from a neighboring village and a close ally of Buldeo. Their goal is to seize land owned by the Masua family, which would become theirs after Masua's execution. After being defeated in the episode The Great Counterattack, Rezvan retreats to the city of Kanhivara. In episode 46, following Lala's childbirth, Mowgli travels to this city to meet Masua and her daughter, with whom he is in love. Rezvan gains Mowgli's trust, drugs him by slipping a sleeping potion into his food, and then sells him to a circus. Rezvan does not appear again after this event. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 1989 anime.
Buldeo, Rezvan. Why haven't you caught that jungle boy? Some hunters. You promised you'd catch him, but you failed.
Water. Please give us water.
Here you are.
Leave some for me.
Forget it. You had your share.
No, I didn't. Give me that bowl.
Hey!
Listen to me. All you villagers, listen. We didn't catch the Jungle Boy, but that's because he turned into a monster.
What? Oh, right.
Monster? Yes, an enormous wolf monster. But Rizwan and I were not frightened.
You're not cowards!
No, quite right, we're not. We stood our ground, knowing he was preparing to attack.
So you defended yourselves with your rifles?
Abdullah, don't interrupt. Now, as I was saying, we defended ourselves with our rifles. Little did we realize that while we were trying to take aim at this dreadful monster, 3 more wolf monsters, each as big as the first, were looming behind us. Your turn, Rizwan.
Just as the 3 monsters pounced, I happened to hear a twig snap behind me. I turned and threw my rifle, and the 3 fell in the heap. They jumped right up, surrounding us, and began closing in.
Well, luckily I still had my rifle. I aimed at the snarling monsters. I knew that if I fired, then the surviving monsters would catch us in an instant. On top of that, I no longer knew which one was the Jungle Boy. What happened next?
I did the only thing I could. Unarmed, I rushed at the monsters. Unbelievable!
That was a reckless move by Rizwan. The monsters were ready to spring, but I fired into the air and startled them, and Rizwan made it through. While Rizwan rushed to recover his rifle, I kept firing into the air, and the monsters began to shrink back. The monsters were trembling. It looked like we might win. So why didn't we win, Rizwan?
Huh? Oh, I had no idea. I mean, I can't quite seem to recall. Oh, yes, it's coming back to me now. We didn't win because the monsters simply disappeared.
Yes, they vanished. Suddenly, Rizwan and I were all alone. But then, something knocked me down. And while I was lying on the ground, something tugged at my arms, trying to drag me away. The monsters had turned invisible. That's right!
Kila Kila is a black panther and an episodic antagonist in the 2010 animated series, The Jungle Book. She appears in the episode, Not the Panther. Kila is portrayed as the opposite of Bagheera, a ruthless and fierce panther with a scar over her eye. She frequently clashes with wolves and other characters in the series. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 2010 animated series. Fiona is a minor character in the original Jungle Book stories, mentioned in the chapter The Wild Dogs as a temporary pack leader. However, in the 2010 animated series, he is developed into a recurring antagonist. Similar to Lala from the 1989 anime, Fiona opposes the presence of humans in the wolf pack and is willing to do anything to overthrow Akela and claim leadership for himself. In the episode Cobra's Bite, when Akela is bitten by a cobra, Mowgli ventures into the village to steal medicine. But Fiona sabotages the mission by destroying a bridge and drawing attention to Mowgli, actively hindering him. Appearances: The Jungle Book, 2010 animated series.